So you're able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we started with the theory part last class about how VIM workflows will flow. So we have just written all the items, details, and we have three types of workflows. So first header level workflow, and then we have item level workflow, item level sequential item level, and then parallel item level workflow. So here, instead of GVM series, I'll give APPR1, APPR2, 3, APPR4, 5. So here, if approval workflow will trigger like this. If it is a header level workflow, if you have two line items and the invoice, two or more than one line item. So what it will do, whichever have highest amount in the line item, against that whichever cost center you have, that cost object it will take, and the approval workflow will be triggered based on this gross amount. Nothing but, so for cost center 1000, which is the approval levels. So these are the level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. So first approval workflow will be triggered based on this amount limit and levels. It's a header level workflow, right? So it will always goes with header level gross amount, and the approvers are these guys. So once these guys approved, then it will send a mail notifications to other cost owners. That mail notification you need to build whether it need to send or not. So but there is a possibility that we can do that. So this is only one line item, it will pick the highest line item, and those cost object owners, that line owners will be there, right? For them it will trigger the approval flow. In this case, approval flow will go like this. So level 1, so that is nothing but APPR6. Once he approved, then APPR7, it will check the amount limit. So amount limit is 1,50,000. So first level is 51,000, second level is 51,000. Okay, it's not, it's less than this, so it will go to the next level. And next APPR 8. So here also amount limit is 1 lakh, which is less than 1.5, so it will go to the next level, APPR 9. So then it will complete it here. Internally it will complete it. 4 levels of approvals it will go. Even though if you have 100 line items also, it will go only 4 or 5 level maximum. So sequential item level. So sequential item level work like this. So here two line items if you have, so two line items levels and approvals level it will go. Just give me a moment. So I'll just go to the next screen. Sequential item level will go like this. First line, first level, first line item. So who is the first level, first line item? So first line item is 1100 related. So first line item, first level approver is approver 1. Okay, it will go to APPR 1. Once this guy is approved, then it will go to the next level. That is second line item, first level will be same against second line item. So who is a second line item first level approver? APPR 6. And then it will go to APPR 6. Next, second level, and then first line item. First line item. Then who is the second level first line items? Second level first line item, that is APPR2. It will be a sequential process. If you have 100 line items, then it will go to all the 100 line items, their each level based on the amount limit. Second level, second line item. So here first level first line item amount limit is 51,000, second level is 51,000. So first line item approval levels are completed. Now this line item is there. So this is also 1 lakh. Okay, so next we'll go. So how many levels it will go? Second line item, second level approver, APPR 7, and next also will come as a second level line item only, because first line item approval workflow is completed based on the amount limit. Second level, sorry, third level, second line item, APPR 3, sorry, 8. That's it. This is how the approval flow will be, goes for a sequential. So in case of parallel, it will be a parallel mechanism. There is no dependency on first level, first line item approvers and second line item approvers. If first line item first level approver is approved, then it will go to the second approver, like that. So there is no dependency like this. So here it will flow, will go like this. So each line is a separate entity. So separately it will trigger, parallelly it will trigger. So up to customer's requirement, which one they want to adopt is, because so in case of both parallel and sequential, it will take lot of time for approval workflow. Basically, like if I have 100 line items in header level flow, it will go only 4 levels. But in item sequential level, so in 100 line items, whatever the first level amount, so first level is approved, then it will go to second level, third level, like that. It will go to 300, 400 people. If I adopt sequential line item, if I have more line item, then if I adopt parallel also, same way it will go, but it is a parallel workflow. Okay, if any line item is not approved, then entire invoice will not get paid. Here also same way, everywhere in the same way. So you understand how this parallel, sequential, and header level workflows are working? Anuleka, you have any questions?
No, Ram, I'm okay.
So now we'll configure the system one more time. We'll repeat what we are, how we are achieving this particular solution. So let's configure the system. So first is like we need to create a process type for approval, and then assign process type to DP and sequence the process types, assign logic to it, create an AFS ID. So sequence the process type and assign it to it. After this, we also need to do few steps. Index screen options, and then enable expense type, email, and then requisitioner IDs. You enable it. Create AFS ID, assign AFS ID to DP document type, and then maintain Opentext user IDs, create instead of maintain, create Opentext user IDs based on SAP ID, maintain the levels and limits, amount limits based on expense type and company code. And the next one is like assign users to each level, then assign default users against AFS ID. So these many steps we need to do, so that I will show you. We'll do one by one. Save. So first is like we also, before going to this approval flow, so we have two another guys in the approval workflow, that is coder and requisitioner. So who is coder and who is requisitioner? Coder is nothing but the person who is going to enter the cost object details. Person who is going to and the requisitioner, the person who is going to approve the cost object details. So coder, so these guys will come before to this approvers started, actual approver started. So the workflow will goes like this for anyone actually. So once they are done, then only it will go to the actual approvers, because in non-PO invoice, who will provide? Actually, if the cost object details will be provided either by AP processor or a separate person will be there. So that is these guys, requisitioner or coder, requisitioner and coder. So we'll also do that. So first step is like we need to create a process type for approval. So just go here.
Ram, same person can be coder as well as requisitioner, or it should be different.
You can keep, there is no problem. Yeah. So there
Okay.
is a configuration which I'll show you. You can keep that either way. But best practice is like coder and requisitioner is separate, then it is a good. Okay. So here I'll go to maintain. Okay. So just give me one moment. I'll log in. Yeah. So the earlier system is someone attack has happened. They completely scratched that system. So this is a new system again. So
So in this system, those configuration is not available. What you did.
no, nothing is there.
Uh,
Entirely new system. That system, like some ransomware attack has happened. Someone log into the system
okay.
and they collapsed entire software, deleted everything.
Uh-huh.
So it's very bad actually. So then we prepared in a within 1 day of this system and again shared all the users. So here we can use a standard process type. So either instead of going to the custom, or else you can create your own custom process type. So here I'm using standard. Click on details. So change your AP processor role. So I'll just check what is there in my configuration, which role.
Ram, are you recording this session?
Yes, I am recording. Every class is recording. So I'm giving, already I have uploaded into uh, the folder which I've shared with you. Okay. So AP team, and then approval workflow process type and normal workflow process type. The difference is this one. Okay. So if the auto start open text approval workflow, and the process options is additionally we need to add, that is like from 2000, 2012 and 2015. So these are the buttons which we need to assign and click on save. So here 150 is the process type which we created. So what is my next step? So next step is like I need to assign this process type to DP. Okay, go to my DP document type 7 a.m. So I prepared the documents in a well manner. So I'm going to share those documents with you. Again, I've shared instead of what you can say, whatever documents which I shared. So just Word documents which I've shared till now. So now from past 2 3 days, I'm preparing each one by giving a proper justification, like step by step methodology, basic step by step. So you can just go through and do the steps accordingly. You will learn easily. Okay, each and everything which I am involving, line item determination, everything. What are all the logical module processing, label name change, everything I'm involving. So half of done I have done, like 40% of documentation I have done. So these I will share it with you, and remaining 60% slowly I am increasing. So slowly I'll do and I'll share it with you. So that is also one which I want to give you. So here standard documents also I will share it with you, but instead of this or the quick reference guides so that you can do configuration quickly. Standard you will not get this step by step, screen by screen configuration. So here 150, click on active.
Ram, standard means open text documentation.
Yes, yes,
What you are telling.
yes, yes.
Okay.
So click on come back. So I've added the process type. You already know all these things. So my approval workflow process type going to be at the last one. So I'm going to give as 110 or 115. So 150, click on exclusive indicator, click on save, and select this process type and assign logic. So 150. Oh, I just did one mistake. I have given non-PO process type, sorry, PO process type for non-PO, which is a bad thing. So let me go to 250, find it out. Yeah, I need to change this actually, not the one which I've changed. Okay, let me go here, new entries, 2000, AP team, 2012, AP team, 2015, AP team. These are the configurations. So next I need to give this as a 250 here, not the 151. So 250 function module I have given. So approval workflow for non-PO it came. And then what I need to do, index screen options, provide proper authorizations, everything. 250. So click on save. Next is I need to enable expense type, required field already, and requisitioner hide is there, keep it as input, and email ID required field. Okay, so these two fields are there. So next I no need to do any other things. So just click on save, click on come back. So now I've done with this. What are the steps which I have done? So I have created assigned process type, sequence the process types, then index screen options also there. I have enabled all these three fields. Next I need to create an AFS ID. AFS ID is nothing but approval flow settings ID. So here all the levels, everything, how the workflow should go, sequential or parallel, all those things we are deciding. So where we are opening under invoice approval workflow configuration, okay, approval workflow, and set up approval workflow chain. Here I'm going execute approval flow settings. So select the standard one, okay, whichever, like here we have 10 is a standard. So I can select the standard one, click on copy as, I can create the custom one, copy all. So there is a problem, like few of the entries will not copy. So I need to go here. Yeah, it is copied. The coding fields are completely empty. Okay, so let's say like I've copied, so created the 92 one. You will not face in your system. There is a problem in my system. Basically, these coding fields, whatever I have in the 91, same it is not copying for all. So let's take 91 is our created, copied. So just copied from the standard and created. Okay. Then go to the detail view. So here description we are giving here, and then AFS type, whether the header level you want, or sequential line item you want, or a parallel you want. So you are deciding that here. So we'll execute each scenario wise. This is the difference to make your workflow either header level, sequential, line based. So that is what we are doing here under AFS ID. And approval class, user map class. These are the standard classes. So the approval class is the one which will read who is the first level approver, or who is the second level approver, that we are deciding in the approval class. So under new method, entire thing coding will be there, like who is picking the first level approver, and then the next method who is other than first level. So next method will be the class which will bring the who is the approver. So if you want to customize in future for your own workflow, so you need to create an AFS ID for non-PO alone. You need to customize here. Okay, PO will not have any AFS ID. Okay, it will not work. That you keep in mind. Only non-PO. So if you want to customize your own approvals picking from the standard tables or something like standard cost object based owner. So those standard cost objects owners and all those things, then you will go with the uh, these classes. Ask ABAPer to copy these classes and create a G class and ask him to write his own logic. But as of the moment, keep it as a standard. These two classes as these you need to keep. So for approval levels, if you want to customize, then you copy only this approval class and try to do build your own customization, that you keep in mind. And then who is the first level approver, who is the next level approver, all those things will be pick up from here only. Amount based. So here approval limit,
And
approval.
Ram,
Yes,
what is the purpose for NPO invoice class and PO invoice class?
this will bring the data, master data, transactional data. It will read it from here only. So let it keep like this only. The purpose is like if the NPO class is there, then all the NPO workflow is there. NPO data will it will bring. It will read completely. You getting?
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So then here coming to this section, approval limit. So here we are asking the
Ram,
system.
just to check, you said, sorry, Ram,
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Hari.
you said for the AFS ID, PO is nothing is required, right? The
Yes,
PO doesn't have this.
yes.
But what is the PO invoice plus? What does it do here?
Yeah. So exactly, good question, Hari. So basically, they are planning to extend this, but they are unable to achieve that. Basically,
Oh, oh.
so PO approval workflow
In a
also
sense,
they
they
plan.
wanted to bring in.
Exactly. They also
Uh,
plan to bring in AFS ID. They tried, but they could not succeeded due to some problems. They kept like this one as it is. So there is no
oh,
change.
okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So non-PO alone, it is working AFS ID based, but PO they tried. Sometimes it is working, but it is not up to the mark what they expected. One level
Okay.
it is triggering. For one level, It is triggering
Mm-hmm.
multi-level. It is taking some. It is they're facing some problems. So that is the reason we discussed approval workflow PO in a different section where if we want to customize these levels and approval workflow, we have done in the SM30 level. So the plugin they given
Okay.
here, the SM30, they give an approver class, all those things in the IAP section. Same class,
Mm.
same type of class they given here. See, approval class BL. So here you
Mm.
this class you can copy and create, customize, and you write the code here for your PO based customization. And also keep
Mm.
NPO as it is, otherwise it will affect us. So here in the methods, NPO will be there
Mm.
and PO will be there. NPO code as it is you keep, PO code you
Mm.
how you want those, that way you customize it. Ask Abapa to do that. So then next method also same way. NPO you keep it as it is. PO you customize how you want to do it. So first level based on the amount limit, next level you want to go with the next level, then pass that and give approval complete as empty. Then it will expect next level, next level, next level, how many levels you want. But whenever you are a last
Mm.
stage, give approval complete equal to X, then automatically the approval workflow will be completed. Simple code.
Okay.
Yeah. So same way in the non-PO also, if I want to do a customization, then I need to copy this and I can do from here. You're clear, right? Up to now. Okay. So the amount base. Amount base here is like a gross amount base or net amount base. You are either you want to trigger the approval workflow. So you have the workplace amount, right? So whether you want to go with if it is header level workflow, then I'll just show you. Give me one. Oh, no work item is there. So simple, and it's not a non-PO invoice, but even though I'm just showing, so gross amount is nothing but this one. Net amount, if it is at a level workflow, then gross amount is this one. Net amount is nothing but this one minus this one equal to whatever amount which we are getting, that is net amount for a level workflow. For line item level, so the gross amount is like tax amount plus the net amount. So here net amount it will take. So whichever net price 51. So this one into this one equal to whatever amount you will get, that amount if it gave. So based on that, so your decision here. So whether I want to trigger the approval workflow based on the gross amount or a net amount. So always like best practice is to keep a gross amount because sometimes on delivery cost, all those things will include it, right? That also we need to check whether it is a proper or not. The approvers has to be checked. So that is a reason basically. Next, COA currency. So you want to take local currency, local company code currency means approval. So your COA, we are going to maintain the users and limit and amount limits and levels, right? There you want to. So I'll just show you. We are maintaining amount limits and levels in the AR underscore COA. So here for this amount limits, which currency I need to take, whether I need to fix the currency code for this entire tables or each company code wise whatever currency is there, so that one I need to take for this amount limits. Okay, 50,000 is there, whether euros or USD or some British pounds or whatever, like different, which one is that I need to take, our system will be confused, right? So instead of that, they given that plugin here. So whether I need to go with a fixed company, fixed currency, or local company code default currency, so this is the best one, so that each company code currency wise the approval workflow will be levels will be there. Okay, so if you have fixed currency, then you need to provide the fixed currency and currency conversion date and if all those details here. Next, fallback user FM. Nothing but you do not have next level approver, okay, and fail safe user. Okay, next level approver is not there, then you want to send it to a fail-safe user. In that case, you need to write an FM here, custom FM, and you need to send it to fail-safe users. But I would suggest recommendation is like don't give any fail-safe user for approval flows, so that if in case there is no fail-safe user, workflow goes into error flow, then the master data team or you report to a team, so they'll fix the correct data, then it will be keep on improving the workflow approval flows. So better again fallback user FM if you give, uh, technical challenges will come again. Technical challenge in the sense, once the invoices goes to instead of the so instead of go to Anuleka is not available, user ID is not available, so it went to Hari inbox. So what Hari is a fail-safe user, let's say. So after Anuleka user ID is fixed, I need to end of the day fail-safe user will not approve the invoice. Okay, that is not the process. So again we need to bring the work item from Hari inbox to Anuleka inbox by doing a technical ABAP team out of forwarding some work item backend things and monitoring those. It is a like lot of what you can say process wise problems will come. So instead of that, if it is goes to error, simply we can start restart after fixing it. We can restart like a from the system itself. We no need to use any technical function modules to forward from back there and send it back there like that. Okay, that is the one thing which I would suggest. Next is coder determination. Up to now you are clear? Any questions?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, so coder determination. So as we are asked Anuleka, so here I can decide I am the both coder and requester. So use a requester as a coder, okay, requester as a coder by company code. Coder I can define by company code, both requester and company code, coder determination. So I am just selecting C here. I will maintain the coder in other table. So if I maintain requester, use as a requester, so requester is your coder like that. So you can also write this same dynamic logic if you want to go based on some flow that you can go. That is a peak customization. Do not leave it as it is. Next, requester determination also they given as a function module, which I'll just keep requester by COA or requester from invoice. So you can give anything like whichever requester you give in the invoice, you want to pick that, or you want to take it from COA like the requester. So this is the step where again very important. So this step is like whenever the approval workflow is approved, okay, first level is approved and second level is approved, third level is approved. So when I reject third level, fourth level, so whom should I go? Whether I need to send it to AP processor, or I need to send it to coder, or I need to send it to third level. So that decision we are taking here. So if I reject someone, so where the workflow should go back actually? So whether I want to send back to a first level approver or next means previous approver or initial coder or AP processor. This all will run through it in the system by doing all this configuration. Next, so use this all like same way because these are the buffer data, means all the approvers data it will store in the buffer tables and the approval workflow will be triggered from there. So skip COA levels. Skip COA levels is nothing but if I keep this checkbox, so workflow will go like this. So let's say I have amount limit of two, let's say we'll take here. So first line item 50,000 amount limit is there. So if I don't keep skip COA levels, what will happen? It will go to all the levels which I have designed in the workflow, means all the amount limits it will go. 50,000 also it will go to the all the levels. Even my CEO also need to approve this invoice. If I skip COA levels, so whether this amount limit is equal to this or not, whenever it is there, so it will stop on that particular level and the workflow will be completed. That is the meaning of this one. You're clear, right? So instead of going to the all the levels which I have designed, it will go only approval levels, amount limits. And the next one, maintain invoice detail panel. So here we are maintaining.
And
Yes, yes.
Ram, for coder determination, coder FM need not to maintain here.
No, no, no. Coder, who is coder like that you are saying?
Means for coder determination, like what coder is applicable for approval workflow. So
Ah,
need
that
not to maintain.
that we
Okay.
are maintaining at the COA level. So who is going to be coder? So because I kept as a by company code. So if you want to
Okay.
use as a requester or you want to do customizations, then you can do from here itself. But better I have done from there. So usually I am maintaining the coder for representing the all the users. So I'm giving a standardization only. So if you want to customization points will be there here. You can uh, ask ABAPer to build a code and then give it. So that is peak customizations. No, till now I have not done. So, but the customizations usually suggested is like from approval level 1 that I have done it. So we can do from here. Coder is like, see, each company code wise, one or two guys, one guy will be there. So if you have, so that guy will be is the one who is going to enter all the details. So where is actual customization is required is like, if you don't want to maintain all these levels, approval users in your system. No, so few of the customers they are not interested to maintain all this data. Approval limit and levels okay for each company code or expense type, and they don't want to maintain all this stuff. Okay, so all the users maintenance. So these all approval level one. So sometimes I maintenance is also required, right? After 1 month, one guy comes and he will work for 1 month and he will leave the organization. Again, he need to replace that person user ID with whoever coming newcomer. So it is like lot of activity, manual activity, lot of manual activity, let's say. So few small companies, organizations, it's okay, but big organizations, they never go with this one. So they want a customization. They will have their own cost center. The owners, cost center owners are maintained in the database tables somewhere in the uh, work center level or somewhere. So we need to pick based on the logic, this particular user ID. So for that purpose, I'm just suggested to go with the customization in this particular FM. I hope you are clear.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I want to maintain fields display only for Fiori apps and what you can say, um, smartphone, tablet. So all these fields are display mode or edit mode. So GUI is nothing but your workplace. Okay, SAP GUI is nothing but your workplace. Whether this field is editable mode or display mode, all those things, we are deciding factor is this one. So here we are deciding uh, display mode or input mode in the workplace or so these and all now this is changed. Basically, this Fiori approval desktop smartphone. Here we are giving. Okay, here also we are giving. At the same time, if you have AFS ID, you can give there. And also standard sometimes where we are also giving one more place called uh, to, 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 to somewhere user experience. Here also we are giving. So sometimes it will take for PO fields configuration will take from here. For non-PO, if you have AFS ID, then it will take from there. If not, it will take from here only. So user experience tab. So this is like this is the configuration which we are going to do for where in which application I want to show this field as display or input, all those things. And then under this, for coder, which are all the fields I want to give as a editable mode, and which are all the fields I want to give as a display mode. Coder input, so only coder can input the data in the approval workflow, that you keep in mind. Rest all just display only, display access only, defaulted by the system. No one will able to change any data. Coder also will have only accounting data change permission. If you want to change header level data and all those things, he need to reach out to AP processor only by rejecting the work item. So those all will quickly come through it. So don't worry. So first we have created our AFS ID. Next step is like we need to assign AFS ID to DP document type. So let me delete all the things. Let it be others. Why do I do? So I'll delete my own. I'll create it my own. NPO 75 7 a.m. I think. Yeah. Activate by constant AFS ID. So here you can also AFS ID determination also for each. Let's say I have particular scenario I want to go with multi-level approval. Particular scenario I want to go with only one level approval. You can instead of amount limits and levels. So you can also create multiple AFS IDs. If you want to use one AFS ID at one stage and another AFS ID at one stage, you can create a custom function module. And then which AFS ID I need to pick, that logic you can build under this. So that is also again peak customization. So usually we can keep here, or we can maintain those kind of logics in the, what you can say, SC24 class, whatever class which we built in the AFSID, right? There we can build the logic. Okay, so now I have assigned this NPO 7 AM. My next step is like I'm going to give step-by-step guide. Okay, don't worry. So I'm just not writing any theory. So next is create OpenText user ID based on SAP ID. So go to transaction code AR underscore COA. So here we have user details tab. So here what we need to do is like we need to build dump entire SAP data here. Entire SAP data here, and we need to create all the SAP user IDs under this tab so that it will give a OpenText user ID. If you do not have this OpenText user ID, approval workflow will not be triggered. So that is the reason what I am doing is like, so I can create my own program to dump every day. So that I have done, I think. So there is a custom program which I have built for executing all the user IDs. G C 16 user map table slash open. There is a program which I think this is off cooked program or something. So there is a sync users program. What this program will do, it will read all the SAP user IDs and it will create in this particular uh, user map ID. So here all the OpenText user IDs will be created. So what will happen? So here instead of that also means it will, the program will, if you schedule a program, it will create automatic OpenText user IDs in this particular table, or else I need to create manually. So usually we can schedule that program also. You can, I will copy and give you this program. You can use in your place. Here I am not executing that program because I have 3000 4000 users. I don't want to create under this tab to confuse. Okay, so I'm creating one the user.
Ram, this one just dumps all the user IDs over here, is it? By
Exactly,
default.
exactly. From SAP user IDs,
And what?
yeah,
Okay.
from SAP user IDs it will read and it will dump into this table, so that it will create, it has to be created this user ID here, otherwise the approval workflow will be failed. So here we created new user IDs here, approver 1 to approver 10. We need to make it those. Yeah, tell me.
Hmm. But also, like if in the case of actual real time, if it
Mm,
is example, consider 15 to 20 users are involved in this
mm,
VIM process, we
mm.
can only just as a one time we can do that, right?
Exactly, yes. So if you are creating user by just directly here, means always if you want SAP user
Hmm.
ID as your OpenText ID, then you need to do like this.
Hmm.
So approver 1, appr 1, 1 at the rate. So first time you need to give some dummy mail ID, this one, and then let's see. If I just refresh, then only the OpenText ID also will come, same one mail ID one, and later you can change that mail ID. So appr1, see appr1 came. If I'm doing from here, if I'm
Hmm.
doing
Hmm.
from program, so I can give my SAP user ID as my OpenText user ID.
Input.
Simply, yeah,
Okay.
input field, and then automatically modify that. So simply it will modify. So I just do one thing. I'll give all this user IDs appr1 2 3 like that. I'll give appr2, I'll give first
Hmm.
initially to just check this program. I'll come from edit mode to back. I'll go here and see the appr2 is created without mail ID because we didn't give any mail ID for appr2.
Hmm.
Anything here, mail ID is mandatory. If do not have mail ID or this user ID, then it will not trigger. So let's do for the others also, like appr 3 4 5. So simply if I give list of users whichever there, the program I have made in this way. I forgot lot of days over. This is one of the student asked, sir, I have, like, if I
Hmm.
want to do manually entering this, means I have 4000 5000 users, can you help me?
Hmm.
On the spot we written this program just like trial purpose.
Yeah. But if you look at that, you no need to sync all those 4,000, right? It
Yes,
might
yes,
be 2020 user
exactly,
IDs.
exactly. See, it is created all these 9 user IDs. So I just need to ask, create one more user ID which I want, 10th user ID. That hacker is one of my student itself, I think. So it's very bad actually. I gave him the credentials one day. System,
Okay.
sir, I want to see SAP how looks backend and all. So after that, I denied him. So I said, boss, you just leave it, don't do anything. So he intentionally made all this things,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm unable to identify.
The whole server access you have given, is it?
The MSTSC I've given to him. Like, no, I've not given credentials
Not
also. One day, like, just want to see, we want to build same kind of system, kind of. I've given almost 1 year back, but he remembers
mm,
same credentials. Now, recently he asked me, can you install me in my system?
mm,
So I said, boss, I am not the installer, so basis team will install. If you want, I'll provide you the
mm,
installation guides. Then he got,
mm,
so I just said, he want to sell servers. You
mm,
want to do business means your side, you take a risk and do it. So I cannot suggest anything, I said. Then he did this
mm,
activity in the weekend. Simply he deleted everything in the server. Why to take food of others? I don't know.
yeah,
So we maintained all these 10 users. See, my intention is server is gone. It's okay, fine. He did. He took some. He thought like he took revenge. But the students which they are practiced right till now, so they need to do
yeah.
repractice it. That is where my worry. See, they have done lot of effort and they now they'll go and see the system. They'll not see anything and they'll get irritated. They'll not get interest also to work. Again, they'll not create. Oh my God, who will do that? All these things. Let's do some other time. Gone. That's it.
Mm,
That is a problem. So I have so this is a program which I'll share you and the guide also. So now we created all these 10 user IDs. Whoever is going to use Vim workflows, all those user IDs has to be there in this particular table. It's a mandatory. Keep in mind it's a mandatory. And next. So now we are going to maintain approval limits and levels. Maintaining approval limits and levels against expense type and company code. Okay, so let me create one expense type, dummy expense type, because I have lot of expense types, standard expense type, but I don't want to use people are already used. If I want to create my own expense type, go to SPRO, under invoice approval configuration, approval flow, and maintain expense types. So here, whichever I given approval required, then all those expense types will be there. Usually it is dumped your expense types in the standard. They'll get hold of all the standard expense types. So they'll dump into here. Non-PO invoices will have. We need to at the requirement itself. We need to ask, boss, how many expense types you have in your system. Give us with the help of financial consultant. We need to get all those expense types and we need to create it here so that so for each company code wise expense type is nothing but like okay, so for each kind of what you can say IT expenses and some software expenses, food expenses, they'll have some different entity expense type is the major one to division, and the next down we are dividing based on the cost center, GL account, all those things. So it's a first entity to divide the factor for related what cost this expenses is related to. So those all the things. So I'll just create one expense type, that is 7A or ZA. I'll create as a ZA expense type 7 a.m. approval required. Save JDA. Then I need to go back to the AR underscore COA and maintain the maintain the expense type. So here I am, as we discussed. Yes. Yes, Anuleka.
No,
Yeah.
Ram, in this expense type,
Huh.
is it you're telling the cost center or GL object or internal orders or GL account or something like that, or
Expense type is the
it's
one
in
which
one
is the
level above?
major, one level above to it. Under expense
Okay.
type only, again the tree will come down. So which are the cost center division wise. So usually each
Mm,
company they'll maintain only if they do not know, then we will keep it as a standard. Anyway, those expenses will be goes under consumed under cost center. We do not have any problem. If they want same
mm,
expense types also need to be maintained, then we need to maintain. Otherwise always st is a standard expense type in VIM.
mm, mm,
But cost center wise, anyway, they have already divided cost center or GL account, internal order, network order. They already divided. So under which
mm.
expenses they want to consume, so that will be taken care. So it's just a VIM
Okay.
perspective, VIM segregated. That's it.
Mm, 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 mm,
And I'm going to maintain the levels the same way. How many levels which I maintain here? So limits also I maintain, right? Amount limit maintained somewhere here. First level is coder, zero limit, requisitioner, 1. So same way we need to maintain now. So approval level 0 coder, amount limit is 0, sorry. And then highest category. Highest category is nothing but there is no tolerance limit again behind this. This is the highest amount limit for this guy. 1000 ZA 001. So this guy highest amount upper limit is 1. So I'm keeping H. So there is no tolerance limit. Additional amount we are not providing to him. And then same way 1000 JDA 002 upper limit is 5000. So like our table now we maintain. So this is the, so I can give all pack and give some 10% buffer to him, stating that like okay, if the amount for 50 rupees alone I don't want to go with the other level, so let me give. So now he is able to approve 5000 plus 50 rupees more, instead of rupees or something like different one also we can keep. So whatever maybe the local currency euros, for this local currency the currency is euros, so here we can say it as euros. Okay, 003. So this amount limit is 51,000. So I'll give like this 50,500 and all pack 500 give us this one, and then 1000 JDA 004 fourth level, the amount limit is 1 lakh. So I'm giving buffer as 1000 rupees, 10% additional, so that his tolerance limit I'm giving, so that he can approve up to 1 lakh 1000 GA 005. So next one is 5 lakhs. So 5 lakhs. Here I'm giving 5000, 10% buffer. The final one is like 9999 006 9999 9999 9999. So all packs 9999 9999 9999. So 9 digits which I'm giving. I don't think so this much of invoice will come. But anyway, we have given expense type and JDA. 6 levels. Any questions here? Maintaining approval limit and levels. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I just want to understand once again. Like
Okay.
when you say that it starts from the coder requester, right?
Hmm.
The approval limit is 0.
Hmm.
What does it mean? It's in a sequential flow, right? Or it's a parallel one?
No, the limits and levels we will maintain in a sequentially, but
Okay.
flows types are different. So even I'll give you the information why we don't need coder, how to skip coder. That also I will give you. But here the levels maintenance
Mhm.
time we need to maintain from the coder itself. So coder 0 means,
Okay.
so what is the purpose of coder? Coder is going to uh, provide the accounting details. He will not approve any invoice.
Correct. Correct.
Here he will provide accounting
That's
details.
right.
So that is the reason system identification purpose we need to give always 0. Okay, once he gives, it will go to the requisitioner. We will not receive
Mm.
anywhere in the world that €1, 1 USD as one invoice, right? So requester we are keeping.
Mm.
So this guy just is responsibility to verify that cost object details are correct or not. If that correct, then
Correct.
only he need to approve. So that is the purpose we are giving one. Here the company code currency is euro, so €1. Then next
Mm.
actual approver based on those cost object details, actual approver will be triggered now. So that guy
Okay.
first level
Okay.
approver is a 5,000. So this is has to be maintained sequentially, like coder, requester, then approval level. How many approval levels you want? Those many. Usually you have 10. You can also
Okay.
increase in the system, but yeah, so
Mm.
usually it will be 5, 6 levels, not more than that. Some companies they want to go 20 levels also. That is not a good cause for them also. Like usually, right? 20 members.
Suppose the
Yeah.
invoice comes in as in 10,000,
Ah.
right?
Mm, mm,
The coder will do is and requester will validate that,
mm,
and based on the invoice amount, it will determine what level of approval it has to go. Or consider it's not 10,000, it's 100,000 example,
mm, mm,
right?
mm.
So whether it goes to the 3 level of approval or it's directly go to the approval level 3, where that
Three
guy
levels
will
of
click
approvals. 3 levels of approvals. It has to go to the
so
three
it
levels
goes to
of
first approval level 1
level two, level
and
three. Yeah.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes.
But in this case, the first level 1 and level 2 is just they approve it, right? The
Exactly.
system will allow to them to approve.
Level one, level two. Yes,
Okay,
it will allow them. Will show you. So I will
okay.
show you. Everything will be in terms in the backend. Yes, first level is approved, then only. So there is no that's bypassing this too. They have think that they have released something in a future notes, but not sure it is not working properly. Means they said like they're what can say, instead of going to the level one, skip level one, level two, directly go to the level three or level four, one level finish like that.
Hmm.
But it is not working properly. Lot of issues like that
And
I
where
heard.
this additional this thing, the tolerance will come into the picture.
I'm just giving, so to give you an idea, actually, tolerance is
Uh-huh.
nothing but, see, I am the approver, €5,000 only I can approve. But in case of invoice comes to uh, €1 additionally, then I no need to go to my boss and ask, right, for approver. So instead of
Correct,
that,
correct.
I'm taking 10% buffer. 1 minute, I'll just take this call.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
आज भी छोड़ रहा ही नहीं है मेरे को बंदा. Okay, sir. Yeah. Yeah, Hari. So it's like up to us basically. Um, what you can say. Hello, a buffer.
Yeah, yeah, I
Whether
can
I
hear
need
you. I
to,
can hear
yeah,
you.
whether we need to keep a buffer amount or not. Basically, that and all we are deciding here. Basically, fact. Usually we'll
Okay.
not keep, but instead of I'm just giving an option here in a training, right? So you should know. Tomorrow someone ask, I want to keep some approval limit as a buffer as additional amount to
Mm,
the first level approver. So we can keep instead of one
mm, mm.
2 euros if I want to send to my manager. So it's like not good factor. So 10% buffer I'm giving here. For the last one, we will
Okay.
give like this only so that here 9 digit, right? Maybe we don't never know some currencies, uh,
Mm.
euros too, and some PHP currency. Have you heard of that? 1 rupee
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
equal
Filipino
to.
currency.
Yeah, not Philippines. There is another currency. It is 1 rupee equal to some
Mm.
180 or something, their currency code. So if it is a USD means if their 1 USD, it's around in their currency, it's around 1 lakh or something like something 70,000 or some hard cash. So it's like 1 million they're consuming in their currency code. It is converting like huge big number. Sometimes dumps also we are able to see. So
Exactly, exactly. If you see that, like in Singapore, $100 equal to Indonesian, like in 1 million or kind of
see,
different
that is the
Indonesian rupiah.
so that is also a problem. So that is the those kind of invoices
Yeah,
handling is very difficult. So a few
correct,
cases we
correct.
suggested them, you just do the payment in the USD only, convert as a USD and
Mm,
do that because if that currency is very low, conversion is taking 20 digits, 30 digits, 13, 16 odd digits, which system is not defining. Obviously, it will go in dump like
mm,
that. We said, or else we suggest we have done some
mm.
more additional activities here. So we added 9 more digits so that the both the numbers combination it is approving and treating this as a final approval. That is also we have done. So that's the reason I'm just keeping this.
Okay.
Okay, so we maintain the
And
limit.
one more
Yeah.
point, sorry, Ram, one more point is that the standard SAP Finance also allows the tolerance maintenance, right? Is
Yeah.
that overrides this thing, or we no need to maintain that?
Let them maintain. That is a different tolerance limit. This is approver limit. This is approver purpose only. So that is
Okay,
tolerance limit
okay,
is different. That is payment part. Means instead of for this
correct.
supplier, we need to pay this much amount only.
Ah,
That is a payment tolerance
okay,
limit. This is I am the
I
approver.
understand.
I need to approve. Means instead of going to the next level approver, see, I am Hari have
Mm-hmm.
a limit of 50,500, but the invoice came
Yeah.
50,502
Mm-hmm.
euros. So
Mm-hmm.
I am the third level approver. If I approve, it's not enough. It will go to obviously it will go to my manager for 2 euros also. So I don't want to make
Correct.
system again go to my manager. So I'll just give buffer to
Mm.
Ram to up to 10 euros approval. So rest all more than
Okay.
10 euros approval, then let it go to his manager. Like that I'm giving. So that is
Mm.
what the definition here.
Understood. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So let's take a 5 minutes break if you want. Then we'll again sit because we'll execute this scenario today and then we'll leave. Is that fine?
Yeah, I'm okay. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, Ram, I'm also okay.
Okay. So take 10 minutes break. So just have a coffee or if you want to have a tiffin, then you can have it. We'll meet at 9:30. So then we'll see the execution completely end to end.
Okay,
okay.
thank you, Ram.
Yeah. Uh, Harry, you are there?
Yes, Ram.
Okay, you came back. Let me ask this girl, Hanuleka. Okay, so the next step is like we need to maintain the users against each level. So who is going to be next level user? Who is going to be uh, the next level user, like that. So here uh, COA details. So till now we have maintained the approval limit and level over here, and under COA details here we are going to maintain who is going to be the coder, who is going to be the requisitioner, and then approval limit and levels. So for each company code and expense type wise, and the cost center combination. So what I'll do now, so we have two cost centers. Okay, Jagdish is editing. Let me go to that user ID only. So here I'll maintain coder, each company code and cost center wise, and requisitioner also same company code and cost center and expense type wise. So I can also expand this selection from cost center, network and other things also. That is by using so SM30. I can maintain this particular table like BL slash OPT. So BL T401V. So this will enable from and to option also, cost center from and cost center to, GL account from and GL account to, some other fields also we can maintain. Oh, still okay. Why it is showing is like this particular screen is in editable mode, then this we cannot change. So here we can add ranges also, and also what you can say, here we can add one more few more fields which you want. So that will change in this particular screen, COA details coder screen. So we can
Mm.
add cost center from cost center to GL account, network order, WBS, like that. So let me add one thing and show it to you. So click on new entries, non-PO, field name, select as WBS element. So WBS element. So click on come back. So I'll give same table, and field name I need to find it out from this table. For WBS, what is the field name? So PROJK. So let me save this. So if I save this, what will happen? Automatically, it will change in the AR underscore COA under COA details. So see, so whichever fields, see cost center from and to came, and also additionally WBS element is also added here. So this is like we can do a customization where we can expand our fields, uh, how much, which are the combinations you want to maintain. Those combination fields also you can expand in the COA details. So that is by using this particular customization. So you need to go to SM30, provide this table view and maintain, provide this field name and these things. So just I am deleting and keeping as back, so I do not require it now. So there is a possibility also there, so you can do that. So I just come back. So COA details here, I can see now only the cost center field, expense type and company code. Okay, so click on change. Now we'll add. Okay, now why it is locked, here we are editing, so that is why it is locked. So just come back. So change, click on new entries. So first we'll add coder, 1000 company code, coder. The against that coder is a user ID which I am using, and 1000 cost center, 1000 cost center, coder only. Again, so here 1100 cost center, because as I said we have two cost centers, 1100 and 1000. So I'm maintaining users coder for this to 1100. Next is requisitioner. So let me maintain 1000 001. So requisitioner also RUQI 1000 company code, same 1000 company code 001 RUQI. So both coder and requisitioner will be same for the cost centers. So click on save. So I maintained who is a coder and who is a requisitioner. Amount limit is not maintained for COA 1000. What expense type? Okay, sorry. Here expense type is, what is that we given, ZA and ZA. Go to the requisitioner, ZA, expense type ZA, click on save. Still some problem. Enter at least one cost object. I've entered already. Is there any other thing which giving this error? Against which this problem is coming. Mhm. Okay, still the existing data itself, the problem is there. Let me 1000 company code. Mm-hmm. Coder, requisitioner. We maintained all these expense types for this company code. So just it is giving some different error. I'm just checking where I missed something or expense types. JDA. Again this. This coder user ID is available. Yeah. At least one cost object. Enter at least one cost object. I have entered here. Let's take 7A and we'll see approver coder and requester. Just maintain 7A against 7A. We'll see limit A. Still this default message is coming. There is a problem in system then. Just check that. I'm quickly debugging, so just for a sake. Otherwise, we will use the existing details only and we'll try to execute some problem in the system. Still it is not stopping at that error. Hmm. Okay, let me take out the existing data only instead of my data here. Just to execute purpose, I'll check out what is the issue and fix it, so then you can maintain same way. Seven E non-PO. I'll take this one and go to 7E non-PO. Same way I'll check here also 7A non-PO. Okay. These user IDs I'll just quickly create in the system. So that issue I have fixed earlier system basically. So problem is like now again I need to redo few things where I need to identify and debug. I need to fix that. So sometimes these are system bugs will come automatically, and those system bugs we need to fix. But in a development system, we have a flexibility that we can raise an OSS boss when we are saying we are getting this. He will give a CI, then we will do that. Means when we are working to a customer. Here, everything we need to debug our own, and then we need to fix our own CI. That is a major disadvantage. So right. So I've created all 9 users. So what I'm going to do is like I'll tell you like how to maintain the users, but even though okay, I'll close everything. So AR underscore COA. So what we will do is like we will maintain the coder and requisitioner in this tab. Here they given. So for 7A, we are going to maintain coder and requisitioner. So like the same way. So against cost center 1200 and 1000. Okay. Next one. Approval details also same way we will maintain level 1 and level 2. So we will just make it like this appending order. So here based on this, so here Agnes 1000 company code level 1 level 2 level 3 level 4 level 5 is this one, and Agnes this one. So level 2 onwards it is there. Level 1 is not there. 1200 cost center. I'll just we need to insert somehow. So I'll just check, is there any way that we can do level 1. So just make it. Oh, see, for this it is saved. For that user ID, it is not saving. That is a major, basically. AR underscore COA. This user
Okay,
set.
Ram, due to that reason, that issue is coming.
Maybe the users are not there in the system, like that issue is coming like that. So let me see that.
Oh.
Yeah. So let me maintain 1000 coder. What happened? Okay, coder. So ZA 1000, but still it is ZA alone some problem. So let me save. Now we have 7A with us, so we'll go with 7A only. So let's say our expense type is 7A. We maintain users coder and requester, and we maintain users for 1000 cost center and for 1200 cost center. Let me make it as 1100. Let me make it as 1100. I think we need to come back again. The COA will be quickly, that there is a drawback here is like it will lock in a simple way. So one exception, it is locked until unless that it will irritate us. So always we need to habituate to, if sometimes one error comes, then habituate to reopen it better. So not to take again there only. If you spend time, it will keep on giving, like, see, at least enter one cost center in row 2, one cost center in row 2. 1100 cost center is not there. Okay, let's make it as a 1200 only. Let's go to the approval workflow. So let's say we maintain the users against each cost center expense type based. So against 1200 cost center and requisitioner 1000 cost center, and same way we maintain 1200 and 1000. This is how you can maintain. So approval limit and level, each level wise, who is the user against this cost center. Here we are defining. So next is like what we will do. Next we need to maintain AFS ID against against the default users, default coders we need to maintain. So 91 is our AFS ID. So default coder is already maintained as 1000. Okay. So now next step is like we'll execute one scenario and we'll run through again the configuration, what levels it is going. So I'll just replace here again to explain. So instead of 1100, 1200 we are keeping. 1200 level 1 is GVM 0, GVM 6, GVM 7, GVM 8, GVM 9. And then here GVM 1, GVM 2, GVM 3, GVM 4, GVM 5. Click on save. Okay. So now what I'll do, I'll create a two line items with the 1200 and 1100. Then we'll see how the approval workflow will goes. So go to 7 VIM VA2 and take one document, non-PO document, provide with two line items. So we have here this document. So here I'm going to give 1,50,000 euros. Okay. So expense type I'm going to give as 7A. Let it the requisitioner same way. And here I don't want to give GL account details. First of all, first line item I'll give as 1 lakh, and second line item I'll give as 50,000. So header level workflow, I don't want to keep the cost object details also. Here I have. So now I'll change the reference as RAMS 001, and everything is remains same. Then that's it. Let me submit this invoice. 780 VA2. So validating accounting details. Actually, this business rule we need to keep after approval workflow so that it's a better idea. So let me make that /opt/vim SPRO. I'll just make that business rule and down to the approval workflow so that the details will be given by the coder and requisitioner, right? So after them only we need to, once the approval workflow is done, then we need to make it. So I'll just copy as, keep it 130, copy all, just simply moving the number, sequence number. We don't need to do any other steps, just remove this one. Okay, now what will happen is like, so when I go to Vim Workplace and submit this, it will be cleared. So let me go, who is a user? Jagadish. Okay, home workplace we have. Okay, 780, apply rules. So if I go to here, Vim Analytics, see approval required. The approval workflow went to whom? Coder. So why coder? So every time it will go to the coder. Coder need to provide the cost object details. Okay. So we are executing header level workflow. So header level workflow, it will go like coder, requisitioner. So here, based on the amount limit, cost center, whichever we give highest cost center, accordingly we will send the approval workflow. So we'll give highest cost center for 1,000. Let's say the approval workflow should go like this, expectedly. Okay, so let go here. So let me log into the coder, and okay, coder password need to reset, is not authorized. Okay, so for your practice purpose, I'm giving these user IDs. Do not misuse. Okay, so welcome123 is a password. All small letters. This coder user ID. I'll just send it if you want. Okay, practice purpose. You keep that with you. So just GL account as a coder. I am responsible to enter GL account and cost center. First line item I'm giving is this one. Okay, 1200. Let me give. Profit center was set. Okay, so click on save. So what is my next? I need to, so here I can take these many options, like I can see the detail panel, okay, with the invoice image. Okay, I can see the dashboard, who are all took action before me in the history, or else I can see add attachment. Okay, and then I can inquire, nothing but I can forward this work item by using forward. Inquiry means just I'll send a work item, but even though I can take action, if I forward, this entire actions, approve, reject actions can be taken by the some other person. So here what I'll do, I'll click on approve. First we'll see flat flow. So the invoice, approve the invoice. Error in the next approval determination. Good, we got this error. Okay. Let me keep 1100. Click on approve. Still 1100 does not exist for cost center. So whenever you are getting error determining the approver work item, so usually we can go to /o SC24, that class whatever we defined in this particular section. Super. So this is a level based class. Here only we will see who is a new approver. It went to new approver, but it is unable to determine uh, the requisitioner, because we have not mentioned in the AFS ID from where I need to pick this requisitioner. So I've given as empty intentionally. So let's make that fixed 91. So if I go here, so here I'll give use requester from invoice. So next I'll go back to the VIM workplace, click on approve. Still the problem. So VIM workplace, so 780. I need to click on approve. So mm, so header level workflow 7 a.m. Okay, so it is giving lot of problems. I need to fix this system, new system. I thought like it is everything is working position. So let's take this as next week, not to waste too much time in class. So what I'll do next week, 7 to 9, okay, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Because I have other commitments, upgrade activities are going on. So from 9:30 I have office work. Okay, So 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Saturday and Sunday. Okay. So I'll send out the document in between. I'll prepare and fix these issues and send out to you. And we'll connect 9 a.m. 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. 2 hours both the days. We have we'll execute one day this approval workflow end to end. We'll fix those problems, and the next is we have channels configuration, and then entirely both normal channels and also business center based channels. Both the things we'll discuss, and BCC also will discuss next week. Try to, and the coming week one class is enough for maybe and the coming week one class is enough for debugging and all those things. Yes.
I think month can complete entirely, right? In this month.
Sorry.
In this month, course will be complete, I think, entire,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, in this month. So basically,
Okay.
I'm just not getting time. So it is going to be 28th. I'll 27th, 28th. I can able to take morning classes because up to now I have a KT. See, I have so one of the project which gone from ours to some other. So our entire team is involving in KT in busy days actually. One upgrade is going on, another project, and another one is KT is going on. So that is the reason which I just moved into weekly. So next week, and we are able to complete this workflow and channels configuration, and we'll see one end to end how BCC flow and working. And then on the coming week, debugging and workflow basics and all those things will be discussed. So I'll share you the recording.
Okay.
I'll keep the recordings also. So I'll also share the
Okay.
documents each step by step, so which will give a very clear picture. Okay.
Okay. Okay. And for VIM upgrade, any action we need to take, or we need to forward the information to basis team?
That's just for a basis team. See, here I am active in all the roles. So my role is different
Okay.
actually. So that is the reason I need to be there. But actually, as a VIM consultant, you are only just need to give the guides and everything to them. So ABAPer also will be there for activating the BC sets and all those things. So my role here is like I'm a lead, so I need to be taken care everything. So all the members and I
Okay.
need to sit if any issue comes, then I'll be the Spock for entire OpenText team. So that is a problem. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ram.
Thank you all. Thank you both. Chalo.
Thanks, Ram.
Bye. We'll meet. Yeah. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah.